Hey everybody, Michael with the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel here. Today we're on the ground at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, gate Echo 14 in the Delta Airlines Boeing 777-200LR. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I use Simbrief in conjunction with Navigraph charts to create flight plans and export them into the flight simulator. So go ahead and strap in, make sure that your seat backs and tray tables are upright and locked, and let's go ahead and get this video started. Before we get started with today's video, I want to make sure that you are subscribed and that you have the notification bell checked so that you do not miss out when I put out a new video. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So today I'm going to be flying the Delta Airlines 777-200LR from Atlanta to LAX, and I'm going to use a website called Simbrief, which works in conjunction with Navigraph charts to do my flight plan and then export it into Flight Simulator for me to use in my Smith's FMS and the aircraft GPS itself. To be able to utilize Navigraph and Simbrief, it does require a subscription, which is literally less than $10 when you convert the euros to US dollars. It's a great investment for the simulator pilot who flies frequently and wants to have the availability of up-to-date Jepson charts to use when you're flying the SIDS and the stars and everything associated with the flight. The first thing that we're going to do as far as flight planning goes is we're going to go ahead and pull up Simbrief. And here's the Simbrief website. And as you can see, we're on the flight planning page. And it's very easy. Everything's all laid out nice and simple. You have your flight info, your aircraft info, shows the current AIRAC cycle. Down here is some optional stuff. Most of it's auto-filled once you put in your departure and arrivals. Let's go ahead and get started with filing out our flight plan. So in the first box, we're going to type in our airline. In this case, it's Delta, and this is going to be flight 283. We're departing Atlanta, flying to Los Angeles, and down here we have aircraft info. You can use the drop-down box and choose whatever aircraft is in here, whatever you happen to be flying. In my case, I have a database that has my frequently flown simulator aircraft. We're flying the 777-200, so in the drop-down we'll choose November 701 Delta November. And it goes ahead and fills in your data. Las Vegas will be our alternate airport. And when you scroll down here, we're departing off of 26 left, arriving on 24 right in Los Angeles. Here's the route that it's selected based off of real-world flights and weather. And to export the flight out, we're going to go ahead and save the flight. And we're going to go ahead and save as a new flight. Don't need to put anything in that box. And we're going to go ahead over to the Simbrief downloader. And we're going to go ahead and load. And here we go. Delta 283, Boeing 777-200LR, Atlanta to Los Angeles, generated today. And we already have this check mark ticked for FSX and prepared. And you just simply hit export this file only, and it tells you it's been saved, and you can close right out of that box. Now, another method that I use to export my flight plans is using Flight Sim Commander. So let me go ahead and get that opened real quick. Okay, once the dialog box is opened, you just select your departure airport, hit enter. We're choosing Hartsfield, Atlanta. And basically use the same steps that I showed you in my previous video about Flight Sim Commander. We're going to go Flight Plan, New. We're going to choose KATL, KLAX, hit enter. That gives you your basic flight plan. If you were going to fly it direct, we're going to go back into Simbrief, and we're going to go ahead and copy the route, and then we're going to paste it into here. Now, the one thing that you want to do is you want to delete the SID and the star out of your flight plan in Flight Sim Commander. We're going to automatically put it in here using the SID star and transition dialog up at the top. So click enter, that loads the flight plan. Here's all of our waypoints. Going to click on Hartsfield, come down here to the SID. We're going to hit select. And again, we are departing off of 26 left. So scroll down, 26 left, NASA 2. And y'all is the transition point on that. Click add to plan. Our first waypoint is Snuffy, which is generally what the air traffic controller in the tower will tell you. RNAV to Snuffy, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff. Now that we have the departure selected, we're going to scroll down here to LAX, and we're landing on 24 right, and it is the Hollywood 1 arrival with the gable transition. So we're going to go ahead and go to our star, select, and we're going to choose any runway, and it's the Hollywood 1 gable. And that'll enter that in there. Now we're going to go ahead and pick a transition to transition to 24 right. We're going to go ahead and select that. And the normal for this particular flight going to LAX, Seaview is the normal transition for LAX. We're going to go ahead and add that to the flight plan. And as you can see, everything's all entered in here. And then what you would do is you would just go ahead and save the flight plan. Save it. Click yes. That saves the flight plan into Flight Simulator, and then we just import it here in a couple of minutes once we're back in the aircraft. Coming back to the Simbrief website, if we want to go ahead and export this flight plan into Navigraph charts, what we're going to do is let's go ahead and copy the information again. We're going to pull up Navigraph charts. Again, it's a paid subscription to be able to use this. We're going to go over here to flights. We're going to generate a new flight. We're going to pick our origin airport, which is Hartsfield-Jackson. We're going to add that to the route. Destination is going to be LAX. We'll add that to the route. And as you can see, there's our flight plan though so far. And we are choosing Las Vegas as our alternate. And you can go up and fine-tune your flight plan by adding the runway and departure. We're departing on 26 left, so we're going to add that to the route. We're going to select our departure. And when you press on the departure, it brings up this whole big diagram of all the departures. We're flying the NASA 2. And we're going to go ahead and add that to the route. And then we can go ahead and come down to LAX and choose our arrival. So we're taking 24 right. We'll add that. For the arrival, we're going to go ahead and pick the Hollywood one. Gable transition. We'll add that to the route. And then our approach is going to be C view. And we'll go ahead and add that. And we have our approach and arrival selected and set for LAX. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the waypoints in between. So we're going to go back over to Simbrief. We're going to copy the info between the departure and the arrival. Go back to Navigraph. We're going to click this here. And we're going to go ahead and remove DCT from the top. Paste that. Click Done. And all of our waypoints are all set in the flight plan. Now that we're in the cockpit of our 777-200, we're going to go ahead and import those flight plans into Flight Simulator so we can use the GPS and the FMS. So we're going to basically go to Flight Planner. We're going to go ahead and load this flight. Here's our flight right here. Click OK. Click No. And we pull up the GPS and click on our flight plan. And here's the entire flight plan all laid out for us. Go ahead and shut off the GPS. Now we'll go ahead and import it into the FMS. And to do that, we just go to Index, load ATC route. It'll load the active flight plan. And hit legs. And here's the entire route planned out all the way from Atlanta to Los Angeles. And you can use the Navigraph charts to set up your altitudes and speed restrictions for the departure and the approach. And that's basically all there is to it. If you've already pre-filed with VATSIM, if you're flying on their network, you're all set. Just get your clearances, take off, and fly. If you're just going to fly it without any air traffic control, just taxi out to the runway, take off. It's as easy as that. One of the things I like most about Navigraph is the ability to use their chart app, and I use that as a navigational aid when I'm flying. And it's got that all right here on my iPad. So basically I go over and hit the Navigraph chart button, opens up the app, and just click on the flight. And as you can see, everything's all there. And it uses a thing called SimLink to sync your flight simulator to the app so you can watch yourself in real time and follow yourself while you're flying the route. And with that, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss notifications when I put out new videos. This is Michael with the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel, wishing you a great afternoon. We'll see you in the next video. See ya. Bye-bye now.